Namaste, this is MSc first semester class of physical chemistry and topic is adsorption isotherms. The variation in the amount of gas adsorbed by the absorbent with pressure at constant temperature can be expressed by means of a curve termed as adsorption isotherm. In 1909 gave an empirical relationship between the quantity of gas adsorbed by unit mass of solid adsorbent and pressure at a particular temperature. The relationship can be expressed by the following equation, that is x by m is equal to k dot p to power 1 by n, where n is greater than 1, where x is the mass of the gas adsorbed on mass m of the adsorbent at pressure p. K and n are constant which depends on the nature of the adsorbent and the gas at a particular temperature. The relationship is generally represented in the form of a curve where mass of the gas adsorbed per gram of the adsorbent is plotted against pressure. These curves indicate that at a fixed pressure there is a decrease in physical adsorption with increase in temperature. These curves always seems to approach saturation at high pressure. Taking logarithm of this equation, log x by m is equal to log k plus 1 by n log p. The validity of Fredolius isotherm can be verified by plotting log x by m on y-axis and log p on x-axis. If it comes to be a straight line, the Fredolius isotherm is valid, otherwise not. The slope of the straight line gives the value of 1 by n. The intercept on the y-axis gives the value of log k. So this isotherm explains the behavior of adsorption in an approximate manner. The factor 1 by n can have values between 0 and n. Thus equation holds good over a limited range of pressure. When 1 by n is equal to 0, x by m is equal to constant. The adsorption is dependent on pressure. When 1 by n is equal to 1, x by m is equal to k p. That means x by m is directly proportional to p. The adsorption varies directly with pressure. Both the conditions are supported by experimental results. The experimental isotherms always seems to approach saturation at high pressure. This cannot be explained by this isotherm, thus it fails at high pressure. So thank you so much and hope you understand this isotherm. Now we discuss about the application of adsorption. First application is production of high vacuum. The remaining traces of air can be adsorbed by charcoal from a vessel evacuated by a vacuum pump and to give a very high vacuum. Second application is gas mask. Gas mask is usually used to breathing in coal mines to adsorb poisonous gases. Third is control of humidity. Silica and alumina gel are used adsorbent for removing moisture and controlling humidity. Next is removal of coloring matter from solutions. Animal charcoal removes colors of solution by adsorbing colored impurities. Next is heterogeneous catalysis. Adsorption of reactants on the solid surface of the catalyst increases the rate of reaction. There are many gaseous reactions of industrial importance involving solid catalyst. Manufacture of ammonia using iron as a catalyst, manufacture of H2SO4 by contact process, and use of finely divided nickel in the hydrogenation of oils are excellent example of heterogeneous catalysts. Next is separation of inert gases. Due to difference in degree of adsorption of gases by charcoal, a mixture of noble gases can be separated by adsorption on coconut charcoal at different temperatures. In curing disease, a number of drugs are used to kill germs by getting adsorbed on them. Next is fourth flotation process. Low-grade sulfide ore is concentrated by separating it from silica and other earthly matter by this method using pine oil and frothing agents. Adsorption indicators: surfaces of certain precipitates such as silver halides have a property of adsorbing some dyes like eosin, fluorescein, and thereby producing a characteristic color at the end point. The next application of this is chromatographic analysis. Chromatographic analysis based on the phenomena of adsorption finds a number of applications in analytical and industrial fields. So this is about adsorption. Thank you so much.